Today we're inspecting a commercial white EPDM roof. And so one of the most common failures I see here is the last step is to install this strip, which should have been done with white EPDM. You can use black EPDM, most manufacturers require you to coat it after. Even though this is a commercial building though, no warranty, labor only, material only, so no inspection, and the city signed off on it. So we've got black EPDM on white. They use cured over cured, but no T-joint. Metal is loose, no seal between it. Fastener was not rolled in around. Stagger pattern and distance between fasteners are too wide. Two missing T-joints. Matter of fact, look at this one. Now this, you see the checkerboard? That's uncured. We don't use uncured on cuts. That's a cut. Should have used cured there. Now we've got this little nice boot here. That wasn't rolled in properly. Now what's interesting is, I look at this membrane, I look at the accessories. I am 99% certain this is Carlisle. That's not. So they mix brands. And I'm not saying that's awful, but especially with something with as, shall we say, proven reliability, they shouldn't be doing that. Uncured over a cut. Uncured overlaps like this. So that's a good thing. Now, you notice how this doesn't have an edge on it? That means they took 9-inch probably and cut it in half, or maybe 12-inch. But my big concern is usually you want that piece, but not a major concern. Seam tape sticks out too far. Now what you see right against that edge there, that's about the max you want to see. Seam tape is sticking out way too much. Over here, your seam tape should have been stripped in. You know, if it's more than an 1/8, it's usually a bad thing. So they would have to redo that seam, all the verticals, all those, the T-joints, all the edges. Personally, I would redo the drip edge metal. Same thing here, you can see moisture. Cut stripped in with the wrong material, wrong manufacturer's boot, another missing T-joint, another missing T-joint, another missing T-joint, seam tape too wide, another missing T-joint. And so just kind of walking down the edge here, we're looking at the plate pattern. So here we have sealant and a cut. I'm just gonna get a feel on that. Yeah, that's a core. Somebody wanted to find out what was underneath here, so they put a cut in it so they could drill a hole down to see how much insulation they'd have to replace, and then didn't put a proper patch on it. Probably looked at it as satellite, thought it was TPO. Now these plates from the center have to be 6 inches. So from every corner here, there has to be a plate here and a plate here, no closer. Now you can put an extra plate here to make it smooth, but you have to have one there and there. It has to be within 6 to 12 inches from there to there. Now if you see that stamp right here, made in the USA, you see that barcode right there, that's Carlisle. So I was right. I was just looking at the surface. Now I know that's Carlisle. So that's within 3 inches, that's within 3, that's within 3, that's within 3, that's on the seam. So every one of these plates is wrong. Not a single one of these boards is done right according to standard. And that's just not just the manufacturer, that's ANSI SPRE standards right there. So overall on this roof, they got the insulation wrong, every single board of insulation wrong that I've checked, every single seam wrong, every single piece of drip edge wrong, every single piece of cured and uncured wrong, except for 5 T-patches out of what should have been about 30 on this roof. 3 out of 3 pipe boots wrong. No fastener at the base of that pipe boot. So even the hand wrapped pipe boot's wrong. So they literally didn't do a single thing right. I'm trying to find a single thing right on this roof. I mean, they banded the top of the boot. I gotta give them that, I guess. They banded it, sealed it with, that's a nice one. That's polyurethane. I bet that's Sikaflex. Nice tight band. So, hey, so one thing they did right.